Welcome all to yet another video, Dr. RS and you, on the science of cosmetics and personal care products. This is my name, Ramesh Surya, S-U-R-I-A-N-A-R-A-Y-A-N-S-R-I-A, not I-Y-A. Right, you can type this in the YouTube videos, you can get all my videos regarding this topic, and you can also subscribe to the channel, and this is my email ID. Right, today we are going to part 111. Right, this is the 111th YouTube video on this topic. We will just briefly talk about Bureau of Indian Standards, BIS. Right, Bureau of Indian Standards. Bureau of Indian Standards, BIS, came into existence through an act in the Parliament dated 26th November 1986, Government of India. This came into effect on 1st April 1987 with a broadened scope and more powers, taking over the staff, assets, liabilities and function of erstwhile Indian standard institutions. Right? It was previously Indian standard institutions, and it was taken over by Bureau of Indian Standards. Through this changeover, the Government of India envisaged building a climate for quality culture and consciousness and greater participation of consumers in formulation and implementation of national standards. This Bureau is a body of corporate consisting of 25 members representing both central and state governments of India, members of parliament, industry, scientific and research institutions, consumer organizations and professional bodies. With Union Minister of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution as its president, and with Minister of the State for Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution as its vice president. So, Bureau of Indian Standards sets specification for various industries, plastics, food, cosmetics, lot of industries. So, we will specifically in this discussion discuss about what BIS has for cosmetic industry, right? Bureau of Indian Standards for cosmetic industry, right? Bureau of Indian Standard. Cosmetic products in India are regulated under Drugs and Cosmetics Act 1940 and Rules 1945 and labeling declarations by Bureau of Indian Standards, right? BIS sets the standards for cosmetics for the products which are under Schedule S of the Drugs and Cosmetics Rules 1945. Very, very important, right? Okay. Now, Indian standards on cosmetics, right? This is represented by IS, Indian Standard, right? So, just to say, it has IS 3959 for skin powders for infants, IS 5339, tooth powder, toothpaste, IS 6356, skin creams, hair oils, shampoo, soap-based, shampoo, synthetic detergent-based, hair creams, oxidation hair dyes, liquid, colognes, nail polish, aftershave lotion, pomades and brilliantines, depilatory chemicals, shaving creams, cosmetic pencils, lipsticks, lip salve, powder hair dyes, bindi, kumkum powder, henna powder, sindoor, liquid foundation makeup, cold wax hair remover, face packs, kajal, oxidation hair dyes, cream bleach. Cosmetic Sectional Committee has published 2 Indian standards for raw material ingredients for use in cosmetics, namely IS 4. So IS 4707 mentions the colorants in part 1, and also in part 2 the list of raw materials that should be excluded in cosmetic products. So IS 4707 mentions the colorants in part 1, and also in part 2 the list of raw materials that should be excluded in cosmetic products. So apart from that, the Bureau of Indian Standards, the Indian standard for cosmetic products are updated frequently. So you have to be in touch with the Bureau of Indian Standards, get in touch with them. What is the latest product that has been included in the Bureau of Indian Standard? Indian Standards not only stop with the final products, but also has the specification for some of the cosmetic raw materials. Google through some of the aspects and then we will discuss, right? These are all some of the recent updates. See, for example, specification of ethyl acetate for cosmetic industry. It's used as a solvent in nail polish. Ethyl acetate for cosmetic industry. Specification 2017 March. No, it is changed. Specification of lip salve 2016 March. Specification for isopropyl alcohol for cosmetic industry. Powder hair dye specification, 3rd revision, right? Then specification of paraphenylene diamine. Paraphenylene diamine is the oxidation hair dye, PPD, used in hair dyes. So it's latest modification, 2019 April. If you want to get the specification, you can get to the BIS and get it. And if you subscribe to BIS, you can download and get it. No specification for bindi. No, bindi is what you put on your forehead. No, Indian woman put on the forehead. That's bindi. So 2019 April. So it's same way kumkum powder that is put on the forehead by Indian woman. Then specification of ammonium chloride for cosmetic industry. Borax, henna powder. So product specification that is 2019, right? Then specification of groundnut oil for cosmetic industry. Specification of sesame oil for cosmetic industry. Some of the creams and lotions and some of the hair care products use these ingredients. Same way, guidelines for hygiene manufacture of cosmetics. So code of practice, that is also there. So it was 2001 and it was affirmation year 2017 March. GMP, good manufacturing practices, is also there in this IS 11377. Right? Specification of coconut oil, castor oil, sodium lauryl ether sulfate, glycerin. These are all the specifications, but there are specifications for cetyl alcohol, GMS. So you can take the list of cosmetic industry, list of cosmetic ingredients. You can contact the BIS and get all the specifications. Same way, talc for cosmetic industry, liquid foundation makeup specification, 2019 April. Cetyl alcohol, 2016 talc, kaolin for microbiological examination of cosmetics, raw material, methods and tests. So how the method for microbiological examination, that's also there. Then sindoor, that's also the this is all the what they put in the forehead. Then cold wax hair remover, face pack, kajal specification, oxidation hair dyes, emulsion type specification, glossary of terms, cosmetics, terminology, cream bleach specification, Then herbal cosmetics general guidelines 2017 March, IS 5735 2006, reaffirmed in 2017 March. Then methods of test for cosmetics, determination of heavy metals by atomic absorption spectrophotometry. So the test method for that. So hair shampoo, then guidelines on technical definition and criteria for natural and organic cosmetic ingredients. Products part 1 definition for ingredients. So that also in IS 17316 part 1. Right, you can get into that. Guidelines on technical definitions and criteria for this is part 2. Right, henna. Right, so it goes on. So sun protection test method, this is the one which is recently updated. Right, you have to get into this. Some of the in vivo determination of UVA protection. So you can get the SPF also. UVA protection, SPF we study. SPF is protection from UVB. So UVB is the UVB light of sun wavelength causes sunburn, UVA suntan. So protection from sunburn is SPF, in vivo method. These are all the latest additions, 2021 additions. So you can go through that and then you can, this is ISO 2444 2019. It's followed with ISO. It is with the same as the ISO specification, International Standards Organization, ISO specification. So you can go through that. So then cosmetics, analytical approach for screening, right? Quantitative method for heavy metals for cosmetics. Then these are all the revisions. Dicalcium phosphate for toothpaste and tooth powder. Specification of calcium stearate for cosmetic industry. So it goes on. These are all the recent revisions. Zinc stearate, magnesium carbonate, magnesium oxide, boric acid, specification of zinc oxide. Then specification of methods of sampling for cosmetics. Right? That's also given in a revision in 2019 April. Right? You can get the latest one. Right, skin powders, specification of sodium lauryl sulfate, sorbitol, method of test for safety evaluation of cosmetics, that also has been given, that is IS 4011 of 2018. You have to go to the latest one, 2018, method of test for safety evaluation of cosmetics. That's also there. So beeswax, glyceryl monostearate, methyl paraben, ethyl paraben, classification of cosmetic raw materials, adjuncts, colorants, part 2, list of raw materials generally not recognized as safe. No, that is safety standards, right? That's also given. Then petroleum jelly, skin powder, lanolin, isopropyl myristate, tooth powder, propyl paraben, butyl paraben, toothpaste, skin creams, cocoa diethanolamide, hair oils, liquid brilliantines, hair oils, mineral oil for cosmetic industry, right? Shampoo based shampoo, specification of hair creams, shampoo surfactant based, oxidation hair dyes, cologne, specification of calcium carbonate, nail polish specification, aftershave lotion, pomade, specification of sodium silicate, specification for depilatories, specification of stearic acid for cosmetic industries, shaving cream, specification of water soluble sodium carboxymethyl cellulose for cosmetic industry, sodium hydroxide, cosmetic pencils, lipstick specifications. So these are all some of the recent revisions. So there are lot of specifications, so you have to go into the BIS sites you can get into all the specifications. So here it is not only the finished product specification, it is also some of the key raw material specification for cosmetic industry, and also some of the GMP practices and some of the key analytical techniques like SPF determination, then UVA protection determination, then microbiological evaluation, then safety testing of cosmetics. So all those things are also included in this BIS specification. So it is in detail. We will go to a specification and see. We will take a cream, skin creams, and we will see what they cover in the specification for skin creams, right? See, this is the BIS specification for skin creams, right? So what are the reagents that will be used for the analysis, the requirements, the ingredients, so this is thermal stability to pass the test, pH 4 to 9, that can be the range. You can't have skin creams sold in India below pH 4 or above pH 9, right? Total fatty matter minimum should be 5%, right? Then total residue, heavy metals, arsenic, microbial count. So this is, and the packaging and the test methods are given for each and every determination. This is an example of the skin cream, like that, right? So in this video we just saw a glimpse of Bureau of Indian Standards for cosmetic products, right? Now, if products have to be imported into, cosmetic products have to be imported into India, it has to conform to the Bureau of Indian Standards, right? Cosmetic products. And India has the Bureau of Indian Standards like this. Most of the countries have their own specification. So the cosmetic industry should work together to harmonize the specification. For example, some country will have a toothpaste specification of pH 4 to 9, right? Some country will have a toothpaste specification of 5 to 9, right? And you might develop a toothpaste 4.5 or slightly less than 5, and the country which has specified 5 to 9 pH will not accept the order because the specification is different. So when you make products for international market, if your company makes products for international market, kindly check what is the specification for the products of those countries. So you have to harmonize, because the cosmetic industry has not harmonized till at a global scale. See, for example, countries like Sri Lanka, Middle East, some of the countries, they have their own specification for cosmetics, right? So if you want to export the products to those countries, see that your cosmetic products adhere to their product specifications, right? So this is very, very important. That is why I specifically mentioned BIS. BIS is very exhaustive. Bureau of Indian Standards is very exhaustive. So like BIS, most of the countries have their specification, and the specifications for the products can change. So if you are in the international market, take care that it complies to the country which you are exporting the product. The product specification, right, complies to the country, right? Knowledge on cosmetic product requirement for various countries is essential, especially for an organization exporting its product to other countries. That is why, apart from introducing Bureau of Indian Standards for cosmetics, this video is mostly to make you aware that, like Bureau of Indian Standard, every country have their own standard. So you have to be vigilant as a formulator or a product development scientist. Right? Thank you. Thank you for listening to me in this video. Till we get connected in the next video, be happy, be smiling, be healthy. Bye.